Well, the LA Angels could be undergoing a change in ownership. Longtime owner Artie Moreno saying he's considering selling the team. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Josh Schafer, who's following this, and another potential sale, too. But it's been, 20 years since he took over?
It's been 20 years since he took over, and we'll get into that in a second about how much the team is appreciated, right? But I thought it was interesting, too, Akiko, to point out the Angels released this themselves. So this is something they're very interested in. Sometimes you hear the reports and you're kind of wondering, are they really going to sell the team? This is for real, and it looks like Artie Moreno wants to sell the team. And to point out some of those numbers when we talk about how much the team's grown, he bought the team back in 2003 for $183 million, rounded up to $184 million. Forbes now has it at $2.2 billion, and a lot of folks think it might go for more, which is kind of fascinating to think about how much that's grown, how interested people are in buying sports teams for this exact reason. Seems like some of the reasons he might want to sell, I mean, the Angels just haven't been good, right? They had made one playoff, I think, since 2009. And then you look at kind of where the team's at, you kind of want to sell.
The two best players.
Two best players, but they haven't been good. So those are assets that teams might want. And I think that's sort of what they're looking at. And they had a stadium renovation plan that failed. And that's something that people are always looking to do, is kind of build around the stadium. And that failed earlier this year. So I think he's sort of saying, where are we going here? Maybe I'll just get out, take my gains, and go home.
A big potential revenue, maker,
right,
if you're talking about building around the stadium. Really quickly, another team that's up for sale, Washington Nationals, but it sounds like we have a little more clarity on who the suitor could be.
Yeah, so the Washington Post reporting that the Leonsis family is interested in buying the Washington Nationals, which, if you know anything about them, it's not shocking. They own the Capitals, they own the Wizards, they own the Mystics, they own Capital One Arena, where all those teams play. They love Washington sports teams. They've 10x their investments on a lot of those teams, and they just bought NBC Sports Washington, or announced that they bought it yesterday. So now they have the sports network going. If they get the Nationals, our friend Michelle Akufo, I think basically they might come for her house soon. They're buying everything in Washington.
Love Michelle on with the hat. All right, thanks so much for that, Josh.